Hi, good morning everyone. So today I am going to take a revision of all the chapters which we have studied. Yeah, we will revise as to how you are supposed to write your answer paper. Now, see the first question that's which will be asked is read the passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. Okay, so that is passage. You will be given a passage carefully and answer the questions. So here in this section you will be given a passage, and you will be given 5 questions. Okay. So what you're supposed to do here, each question as you see it's 5 into 1, 5 marks. So each question carries 1 mark. Now this 1 mark if you have to get, what you have to do is, now supposing there is a passage which is given and it is say 5 lines of a passage, and in that passage 1 line is your answer. Okay. Now what you guys do is, you all will write the whole passage and keep the whole that one paragraph and keep. Then I will give you only half marks. I am not going to give you 1 full mark. Okay. If you have to get 1 mark, you have to, now if supposing maybe at times the whole passage has some points in it. That point you have to know what is it. Now if supposing Tom, okay, I am just taking an example, not to the one which is going to come in the exam. Now Tom liked to play, Tom liked eating biscuits, Tom also went and played football. Tom was very curious when he played football, he was very fast, he used to run fast and catch the ball. After that Tom had also interest in ball badminton. The way he used to have each strike was very different. So now if the question is, which are the games which Tom played, which were the games, or what were the interests of Tom, then you will write playing, okay, jumping, eating biscuits or eating ice cream. Then you will write he had playing football, comma, playing badminton. You will not write the whole thing as to Tom played football with a lot of curiosity. He was always a fast runner in the game of football. He used to run behind the ball. All those things is not needed. Only what is needed for 1 mark that you will write, and maximum it will be 2 or 3 lines, not more than that. Okay, some students, even in your first terminal exam, you all went on and on writing and writing and writing and writing and writing. Lot of things written, but no marks. You will only get half mark, and if you write again more, okay, if you write again more, you will not even get that half mark also. You will not get any marks. So you have to understand what is the idea behind the passages, what is the idea behind the passage writing is. You need to understand what is given, and then you need to write it. So that is what is the idea behind it is. Is that clear? So I hope that you understand it. You understand and do. That's important. Understanding the passage, reading it thoroughly, and then you are doing it. That is what is important. Then question answers, of course, which is given in the notes. That question answer itself you have to write. You need not make any spelling mistakes. Each spelling mistakes 1 by 4 mark will be cut. Okay, for spelling mistakes 1 by 4. Okay, quarter marks will be cut for spelling mistakes. So that is about question answers. Now coming to the textual grammar. Textual grammar, you need to understand the usage of that phrase, or you have to understand the meaning of that phrase and do it. Okay, so you need to understand what that phrase means from the lesson. If you have any doubts, you can call me and ask. Okay, understanding it and doing it is what is important. That is important in what? In your phrases. Pick out the phrases from the text. Okay, then you have an exercise which says adverbs. Place the adverbs. So adverb chapter you need to know well, and then only you will be able to understand and pick out the adverbs. You know the different types of adverbs. Which are the different types of adverbs? Manner, place, time, reason, frequency, and interrogative. So, there are different types of adverbs. Adverb of degree, adverb of condition. Yes. So, each type you have to know. You will know it with the clue words which I gave you, those question words. How? Okay. Adverb of manner, how? Place, where? When? Why? How often? These are your question words. Degree, to what extent? Adverb of condition. So I told you what is condition. Yes? Under what condition? Okay. So it has if and whether. So these two you need to understand. Yeah. So that is adverbs. Now, next we have conjunctions. Okay. We have conjunctions. Conjunctions what? Conjunction conjunctions, I told you there are two types of conjunctions, coordinative and subordinate conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions and subordinating. Coordinating, what you have to look is, for coordinating conjunctions, you will understand it as fanboys. Now what is this fanboys? What is fanboys? FANBOYS. Okay. Fanboys, it will be for and nor for and nor, but, or, yet, so. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. These are the coordinating conjunctions. If, whether, all those. If, whether, that, as if, when, where, why, though, although, etc. are your subordinating conjunctions. Okay, coordinating and subordinating. I told you that the three ways when neither nor, either or, not only but also is used. How when subjects are different, where you will keep the conjunction, and how when the subjects are same, where you have to keep the conjunction. We also discussed about the formulas, for different formulas in conjunctions, how we use hardly plus V3 form of the verb. Yes. So all that which you studied, you need to apply. So all grammar is basically like your max. Max and grammar go hand in gloves. Grammar and max, for both these subjects, you need to understand it and study. Now, there are many students who are calling me and telling me, Miss, we are not able to follow active and passive voice. And at the same time, I have so many students of mine who tell me that, Miss, active and passive voice is very easy. Okay? Active passive is easy, Miss. And some of them tell me, Miss, active and passive is difficult. Now, what is the difference? What was the difference that has happened here is, in active and passive, you need to know your tenses well. For active and passive voice, you need to know the tenses well. All the tenses you need to know and how it's formed. Now let us talk with the simple present tense first. It's simple present tense, then present continuous tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense. Present perfect continuous we don't have to study. Same applies with simple past, past continuous, and past perfect. Okay. Now, see, in simple present tense, the verb ends in s or es. Here it is or are plus ing. Here it is what in perfect tense have plus V3 form of verb. Next, simple past tense, ed. Okay, past continuous tense was or were plus ing. This is R will become was, were here. Here it is have plus V3 form. Here it is had plus V3 form. I am talking about the active voice. Okay. So active voice will be ing form if it's continuous tense. It will be have plus V3 form if it is perfect tense. And the past perfect tense it will be had plus V3 form. Even the same thing applies. Same thing is for the future tenses also. In future tense, what happens? We don't have future continuous. We have future, simple future, and we have future continuous. No, continuous, future perfect. Future perfect tense. So, you know that when the word future is there, okay, it will be accompanied by will or shall. So, if immediately when you see this will or shall, you need to understand that it is the future tense. Okay, that's how you will understand future tense. Now, that's what is happening in active and passive voice. First, you need to understand which tense it is, and then you need to apply that formula which I have given you, and then you have to transform it. Next important thing is poem. This time there will be poem which is asked in the exam, and for poem you have to write now. For poem you have to write like this. Now if suppose it's it's roadside locksmith, any poem, I am not telling that will come for the exam, okay, I am just taking an example and I am giving you. Okay, here now see the locksmith, here it's written as the locksmith. The locksmith sits on the, till here only you have space in your page. If this is your page, okay, this is your page and till here only you are having space in the page. So till here you stop on the roadside. Now this is one line, okay, on the roadside, there is no full stop. On the roadside, this is one line. So you are thinking, Miss, the locksmith sits on the roadside. With his wares, I will continue writing it here. No, you cannot. You should not do that. Okay, this is wrong. This you have to write it in the next line itself. With his wares. How it's given? How it's given in the textbook? Like that exactly. You have to copy it like that with the comma and full stops there to the next one. Clear? Okay, now the old Mr. Laughter, that is a little bit lengthy lines it has. So that's what I am telling you. See if it's written. Old Mr. Laughter. Old Mr. Laughter. See here in this line, L is capital. You cannot write L small in the exam. You have to write the capital itself. Comes with a grinning down the way. Comes a grinning. Comes a grinning. Down. So I don't have place here. Now I don't have place to write the way. So what I will do is, I will write the way here and a new line I will start in the new line itself. Okay, each line carries marks. So new line I will start in a new line saying singing. never, whatever. Okay, like that I'll continue. So that is how you are supposed to write your poem. For poem, please don't make a mistake. You have to write it like that itself. Otherwise, I will have to cut some marks. So now everything is clear. All your commas, everything is clear. But this line thing, if it's not correct, each line started in a new line. Okay, that's how you have to do it for the poem. I hope it's clear to all those who are hearing me. Okay, and that's why we have taken this revision class, and so that you understand how to write your answer sheets neatly. And one more thing which I want to tell you is, now see, 4 question answers are there. If there are 4 question answers, question, okay, you will not write the question, you will write the answer. So answer 1, okay. Now this is your page and this is the answer. Okay, these are lines, supposing. Okay. Now there was a question which is given and something you wrote, the roadside locksmith sits, the roadside locksmith sits with his wares on the roadside. Roadside with a tilted umbrella. Okay. Supposing, maybe I am just giving an example. Okay, with a tilted umbrella. Huh? Now answer 2, you please don't begin it in the next line itself. This line you don't begin it. Leave this line, leave one complete line, and then you write in the next new line, leave a line and then write answer 2. Otherwise, what happens is your work is so clumsy. Everything together. I know that none of your parents will tell you that don't take more pages for writing, or I will not give you any more pages. You have to write with the page which I have given you. I'm very much 100% sure that none of your parents will tell you like that. So you all don't be so confused. You all don't be so stingy. Okay, that you are writing it clumsy, and then the teacher has to look into where you have entered that answer and then where did you start the next answer. Don't ever forget in English paper, don't ever you forget to write your, 1 minute, I'll give you. Don't forget to write your name, class, name should be full name, okay, name should be full name, class and division you can write together, roll number, so this you will be writing it as 5th A, whatever, okay, roll number 24, subject, English. Okay, this much has to be there in your English paper. This is in the main sheet. Okay, now in all your sheets, all the pages, in all your pages, I want you to write your name and roll number. In all the pages, now supposing if your name is Rion. Okay, Rion full name. You have to write your Rion full name. 5th A, roll number 32. This has to be there in all the sheets, all your English answer sheets. That means if one page you are taking, that one page, this is the main page, this main page will have this, but in all the other pages you will have your name, roll number and class. All other pages you have to write it. Okay, clear? So at times maybe in the office or maybe when you're giving it also, your one page, okay, even write English, roll number 32, even write the subject as English. Maybe when you're giving it in office and you have kept all your papers together, English, math, science, social, whatever you have kept it together, and at times if one page is there, then nobody will understand as to this page is from whose, first of all, whether it's Rion's, Rishon's or whoever, or Rian, whoever, we will not understand. And then also if you understand that also, then the subject. So that subject you have to write it. You have to write the subject. Many of the papers I got, they are not writing subject for the first terminal exam. Second terminal exam, please don't repeat it. You have to write it. It's very much mandatory. Okay.